So as pretty much everyone knows by now, tanks and beatdown are just absolutely broken in this meta because of the Dagger Duchess, which is why at the top of ladder, we are now seeing a ton of Giant Skeleton again, which is why today I decided to run some Giant Skeleton RG, because I think it's a really fun combo to use, and it's actually pretty good, because the idea behind it is the Duchess uses all of her knives on top of the Giant Skeleton, and then the RG comes in on the back end, dealing a lot of damage when ideally the Duchess doesn't have any left to throw, so then the RG can get a lot of hits in. And then you have the Earthquake in the deck because there's so many people running buildings in this meta. If it's not the Tesla, then it's going to be maybe a Bomb Tower or the Elixir Collector. And of course, the Elixir Collector, the Earthquake is pretty much one of the only things that actually counters it. So we're going in for the RG here, and as you guys can see, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is why you have the Earthquake in the deck. It takes out the Bomb Tower, RG's on top of the tower, and what did I say? When the Giant Skeleton's in front, she uses all of her knives on top of it, and then the RG comes in on the back end, and look at that. That wasn't even the evolved RG, that was the regular RG. By the way, the regular RG is getting a health buff after the balance changes. It's getting a 3% hit points buff. But then what's interesting is the Evolve Royal Giant is getting a health nerf. So I wonder if we're going to be seeing a bit of a switch up happen with Royal Giant. Maybe people are, instead of using the Evolved RG, maybe they're going to use the regular one and then use other evolutions with it. So I'm kind of curious to see what ends up happening. I had to go for a Fisherman there so that Evolved Bomber didn't end up lining up on the tower. Unfortunately, though, all that did is prolong the, well, it ending up lining up on my tower because sadly, unfortunately, that Evo Bomber ended up eventually getting the lineup. So that kind of sucks. I'm gonna probably go for an RG here, even though I know the Duchess is, you know, fully charged up. I think it's still worth it. We get the RG going in here. We're just gonna get an Earthquake going, and I feel like that probably was worth. I mean, maybe it wasn't the best, but I think it was okay. Oh, shoot. I was hoping that that was going to be able to take out the Little Prince. Sadly, it didn't, but at least this should still be a fairly easy defense, I feel like. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. No, because of the Bomber splashing. Ooh, that's pretty brutal, I have to say. That Bomber lining up like that was not what I wanted. I think I'm going to go for an RG in the back, kind of defensively. We're going to try to build up a push here. You can do this sometimes. I don't think it's necessarily a bad play to go RG in the back. I'm just going to get a Fisherman going because I thought he was going to go for an Evolved Bomber. He didn't do that, though, but it's definitely better to be safe than sorry. Oh, he poisoned. Oh, that sucks. He went for... Can I save my Guardian? Or my Little Prince. Saved by the Guardian. That's what I meant to say. Okay, it's getting sniped. We're going to go in for an RG here. This might be the push that wins us the game. I think it might actually, because his bomb... Oh, sweet, sweet. Yeah, his bomb tower's not in cycle. The ability of the RG is actually coming in clutch, pushing back that Evo Knight. If it just gets... Is that going to... Yeah, that's going to do it. GG's. Nice win over there. All right, we're in our next game here. So that last game, perfect representation of why the Earthquake is in this deck, because it's just way better against buildings than the Lightning is, I feel like, especially when you already have the Giant Skelly in the deck. The deck would just be too expensive. Also, can we talk about that rabbit dabbing emote? I don't know how some people have that emote. I don't know where that was in the game. I saw there was a Reddit post about that. It was the emote that this Japanese player just used at the very beginning of the game. I don't know. Someone has to explain to me, where the heck did that emote come from? Like, I don't understand where that was. Maybe it was in the shop or something. I'm not really sure. But either way, okay, that was really stupid on my end. I'm not going to lie. Going in for the... I zapped that there. I'm going to have to get a Bar Barrel on top of this Skelly King. And even with that, we might have ourselves a little bit... Oh! That was calculated. Y'all see that king activation? I knew that was gonna happen. Nah, alright, nah. I mean, come on. That's just... I'm trolling at that point. You guys know I'm trolling. But yeah, that was... Wow, that was satisfying, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. And we also got EQ for the pump. This is exactly why you got Earthquake in the deck. Oh my gosh. Is he gonna NATO? That is so annoying. Wow. And the E-Drag chained. That's... That's really disappointing. All I can do is kind of laugh after that. That was really disappointing. It is what it is, though. I think I I'm just gonna go RG, I guess. I don't know. I think we just got to get one down at this point. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I think we're still gonna. I think we're in a good position still, even though we're technically losing because of the tower health, but I think we're in a good spot, especially because of the king activation. I think that's really gonna help us defending. I just don't know about the E-drag is gonna be the biggest problem. I feel like we're gonna have to try to figure out a way to address that thing because it's gonna be pretty obnoxious. I feel like we need to get like the little prince on it or something. Yeah, I just don't know. How do we go in for the kill, right? That's what I don't know how to do here. Maybe we go opposite lane. This might be the play. Yeah, you know what? I think that was the play. Why does the Evo Bomber have to be lined up on both of them? Wait, I think we're chilling. Let's relax. That RG, pushing back that Night Witch over and over and over again. And this might be the nail in the coffin for him. Oh my gosh, that Giant Skelly was so close to walking in range. Did you see that? That would have been that would have been it for him if that ended up happening. But I feel it's over. It's over. He can't stop this. He's done. He's toast. Like, after going Golem like that, he doesn't have the elixir he needs. You just EQ here. Because even if he... Yeah, I was going to say, like, NATO's it back. I know we're going to get in the range where we just need another EQ. And now we don't even need it. RG's going to take it. It's going to be GG. We're going to game here against Retaliation. We can just go ahead and cycle our Zap. And then from there, see what he wants to do. He's going to go for a Mortar. So RG's going to be a fairly good counter to that. And dang, we're getting a ton of games where pretty much every matchup our Earthquake is getting a lot of value, which is pretty nice. So I kind of think it goes to show why everyone is running EQ inside of RG. It's just the way to go in this meta. You really do need it. I think Lightning is just not... It's not hitting the same. So we get a Giant Skelly going on top of that. That should be pretty decent. I don't know if I'm going to support the Giant Skelly with anything else. The nice thing, though, is he doesn't have an Inferno Dragon cycle, which could potentially be a very good thing. So, ooh, Ghost is going to end up lining up, or going in for the Bomber, excuse me. We get a Barbell going here. Maybe I could make something happen. He arrowed, okay. Ooh, yeah, I think, yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do, unfortunately. Maybe a Zap to cycle, so then I have my Evolve one ready to go, because I don't really have another play. I don't really think there's anything I can cycle besides the Zap, because I don't really want to cycle my Little Prince. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's just go Giant Skelly. He's going to switch up the placement this time around, which is pretty well played on his end. It's going to allow him to get a Goblin hit, so I feel like that's, kind of what he was going for. We'll go Little Prince here on top of the Inferno Drag and see if we can end up maybe getting a push going here. Like, maybe an RG wouldn't hurt just because now he doesn't have the Inferno Drag. I mean, he's going to be able to defend this, there's no doubt, but... Oh, wait, the Earthquake is going to kill the Evo Bomber because the Little Prince ended up shooting it. So as a result, we actually are going to get a pretty solid amount of damage there. I can't complain with that. If he decides to pop the ability, no, he's not. I think that was a good call on his end because I would have been able to deal with the Skellies that were spawned probably relatively easy. So we're just going to do this, and he's going to go in for a drill. I don't know if I need to do anything else. That Ghost should be enough, and it is going to be, yeah, more than enough, I feel like. So we're going to get a little P here, and then see what he wants to do. Maybe get an Evolve Zap going, like this, and we could probably go in now that that happened, and then we got a Fisherman going if he decides to, Oh! Wait. EQ. Sweet, that's on top of the tower, and that's going to deal a lot of damage. That is going to be a lot of damage for us. Let's see if I can get a King activation potentially here off of the Evo Bomber. Ooh, that is barely not lined up. That was disappointing. That would have been a satisfying activation, but we didn't end up making it happen, unfortunately. We just go Zap here on top of the Inferno Drag, and then I'd say we go for an RG here. That bomb is going to kill all those Zappies. I think he really screwed up there, giving me that value. And then, and to come to think of it, this is this has been the first time in a while that I played against Zappies. They have really fallen off. And I think it kind of goes to show why, because even though I don't have a fireball for them, they really seem like they're just easy to deal with in general. They really just, I don't know, I just feel like Zappies really don't hit the same. I'm not saying they need a buff, but they're just kind of struggling in this meta. So I'd say we keep up the pressure here, because whenever that Duchess is dry, we just gotta keep the pressure on at that point, right? So we get an Earthquake going here. It's going to deal with the Evo Bomber, take out the Mortar, and that's going to be a GG. And with that, that is also going to be the video too. Be sure to subscribe and like if you guys enjoyed the video. And thanks again until next time, guys.